Welcome to the Mike Martin Podcast, everyone. Like, click, and subscribe. Boom, got it. Hey, tune into this one right here. This is an unfortunate situation here. There's a very disturbed man out there on the loose, and let's take a look and see what we can do. And if anyone can shed some light into this situation, any information, please pass it to your local authorities. Thank you.
Camera moments before the shootings there. You can see how he was dressed to impersonate a law enforcement officer and was wearing a silicone mask.
Demons to some.
That we took of that hat, and as you can see in that image, it looks and matches the description of the hat that Bettler was last seen wearing, and is around that hat, around that vehicle on that gravel road, 301st Avenue is where the heaviest presence we're seeing of law enforcement. We're seeing multiple.
Early this morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination.
Law enforcement sources tell CBS News that 57-year-old Vance Belter is the suspect seen here in surveillance video in the two early morning shootings in suburban Minneapolis. Belter is no stranger to Minnesota politics. He was appointed twice to the governor's Workforce Development Commission, most recently by Governor Walz. Melissa Hortman was a fixture in the state capitol, the Democratic leader of the Minnesota House, and a former speaker. She was shot multiple times, along with her husband, Mark. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were seriously wounded. Both couples were attacked overnight in their homes, about 8 miles from each other, by a gunman posing as law enforcement to gain entry.
They were very similar to mine, that no question if they were in this room, you would assume that they are a police officer.
Police were shot first around 2 a.m. When police decided to check on Hortman's home as a precaution, they encountered the suspect and exchanged fire. He retreated into the house but escaped on foot through a back door. The gunman left behind an SUV that officials say looked exactly like a police car. Inside the vehicle, a law enforcement source tells CBS News there was an extensive list of possible targets and the names of more than 50 individuals, including facilities, as well as the names of officials outside Minnesota.
5 people here rented out rooms, and I have since spoken with his roommate. He said that he would stay here for a few days out of the month while he was working in the cities with his main family home in Green Isle, Minnesota. A lot has been made about a security company that was connected to him. I'm told that that security company was still an idea and it wasn't completely off of the ground just yet. The roommate did indicate that he was dealing with some financial issues and stress around this time. Vance returned to this home around 6 o'clock this morning and texted his roommate something to the effect of, "I made some bad choices and don't want to implicate you, but I may be dead soon." He then went to the back alley of this home where a couple of his other vehicles that were connected to him, were parked. I'm told that he was carrying a hammer and that he smashed out the window to one of those cars, perhaps trying to make it seem like one of those cars was broken into. The roommate that I spoke with, David Carlson, he has known Vance for 40 plus years. He said that Belter didn't express a lot of strong political views, but he did hold some strong opinions about abortion. Here's a little bit of our conversation.
He always had a fascination with military equipment, so do I, but I'm 100 miles away from killing people.
Submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness is a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the defendant...
I am not crazy! I am not crazy.
Apparently in his manifesto there was some stuff about Planned Parenthood.
He had a manifesto?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Was there any beliefs about abortion? Or?
Yeah, he was a strong... But he hasn't talked about abortion for years. I mean, this goes back through the 90s. He really hated abortion. But we hardly ever talked. I haven't talked really about abortion for him for years.
Now, Carlson was very emotional during our conversation. He said that he had no idea or indication that this was coming. I'm also told that receipts for items that were potentially used in this morning's attack were reported.
Tonight I'm a man of action.